All right, now, y'all. Welcome to another episode of We Just Kept It Real with you. We got us a nice guest, Miss India, today. Shout out where they can follow you, you know what I'm saying, where they can check you out on anything. Twitter, Instagram, let them know where they can find
I'm just on Instagram. Should I look here?
you. Either way, either one work.
Instagram, you can follow my dancer page, which is Indie SLC. And then my business page, which is actually a little more personal to me, is called Exotic Yogini. And that's about all I do.
Wow.
Yeah. It's the IG.
Hey, thank you. We appreciate you being a guest today. Y'all know the guy over here.
I'm just Pop.
That's Pop. Always Pop. Every episode, that Pop. I'm just the guy behind the camera. You know, one day y'all will see me. I got the first question of the day.
Give it to me.
What is it like dating nowadays?
Dating. You know, yeah, I really don't date a lot.
Did I just say that?
I've always been in long-term relationships.
A good thing.
I don't try to do this, but I seem to not stay single very long, and then I'm in another fucking relationship. So for my last relationship, I spent the longest time single that I've ever been since like a child. And I lasted about a year, and I didn't date. I was like, stay away from me. Like, no. I would just tell guys I'm enjoying my solitude, and nobody really fucks with that. So
okay.
So really, I actually did go on one date. It was the first time I met somebody online. It was like on Instagram. They hit me up, and I was like, I should just get out there. Yeah, go do that. Get coffee with a stranger, because anyone I've ended up being with, I was getting to know organically first. I've never just gone on a date.
Gotcha.
So I did. He was so nice, really, really nice. But I was like so bored. Like I was like, my kid was at school, and I was like, when is school over? I got shit to do.
Wow.
Oh, that's cold.
I know.
Okay,
it's
so
because I was not in a place I was enjoying my solitude. You don't go on dates when you're enjoying your solitude.
now, actually, I think you're right about that. So I guess I got another question for you, real quick. Yeah, follow-up question. You know I'm going there. So follow-up question. Was it the fact that he was too nice that made you bored, or was it just you thought he was kind of a boring guy?
I think no. I like nice guys. I've come to the age where I appreciate nice now. So I was into that. I thought that he had a cool career path. He was like a chef. He was fit. Like obviously cares about his health. You know. So he had a lot of great qualities. But I wasn't attracted to him. So it's just kind of like off the bat. It's like I already know this is not going to go anywhere. So now I'm just having coffee with. It's getting to know a friend, and I got lots of friends. So
you don't really need a new one.
Not really.
I feel you.
I mean, we still are kind of like acquaintance friends here and there. Like, what's up? Or I'll run into him like around town. I've run into him at concerts multiple times. And I'm like, what up? He's come to the club.
So
what's up?
So can I say something?
Go ahead.
No.
Just kidding. You had said that this young man, he was a nice guy. He had great qualities, but you wasn't attracted to him. So what is it about him that you was not attracted to? I mean, I'm learning something today.
That's a good question.
I'm learning something today.
I ain't gonna lie, that was a good follow-up question right there. That was a good follow-up question.
I mean, because it sounded like to me, like you said, you really do like.
Because he sounded like a dope dude. I mean, you know what I'm saying?
He had it going on. A chef in the whole 9 yards. But I'm trying. I mean, was he too short, too tall? He too big around? I mean, no. You said he was fit.
Is it just an appearance thing with you, or is it more of a personality thing?
Appearance-wise, he was starting to thin out in the hair, and I like some thick hair. I can just.
Oh, you do?
Grab on.
Oh, okay.
But that's not to say that if I was interested in other ways, I couldn't look past that. That's not a deal breaker for me. But that's the only thing appearance-wise I could think of. I don't know. There just was no spark, no fire. And I am such a passionate woman. I can't be with somebody that there's no Nothing.
So,
No
yeah.
chemistry.
I mean, what kind of? Okay, hold on. I got to ask you. Can I? You don't mind, sir? What? Obviously, he didn't have too much of a conversation then, did he? That's what it
Was
sounds
the
like.
conversation
The
cool?
conversation was great. We talked the whole time. He was really nice to me. He was
Okay, so
complimented.
so next question for you then, real quick. What do you think that a man in that situation can maybe do to get that spark? Because if I got all these good qualities, right, but I fell one measure short, and then that affected how me and you vibing. So how would you try to give advice to the next young cat that's trying to make sure he can get that spark?
I think two things.
Okay.
Number one, there's only so much within your control. So you have to have a cooperative component. I was not one. I was just not in a place
To cooperate.
to like somebody to cooperate.
Okay.
Yes, I was not cooperating. So unless you're like somehow sweeping me off my feet, but I just think that even like maybe my soulmate at that time couldn't have swept me off my feet. I wasn't in a place for that. So it doesn't matter what he did. I don't think that it would have worked.
So
And then
go ahead. Second
part
point.
2 is acceptance. Acceptance that some things are out of your control
Facts.
and that you can't force anything to happen. So you could be the best man you can be, offer yourself your true, the best part of yourself to a woman, and if she's not a cooperative component, it's
an L.
and it doesn't mean that there's anything wrong with you. Like I
Okay.
think that guy.
That's good. Young men need to hear that. I like that. I like that. Men need to hear that. I like that. I like that. So I guess I would say, outside of that, the rest of the part of you and dating you just don't do right now. Like you just kind of doing you. Like how do you? Okay, I guess the answer ask the question he was basically saying is, how is the scope overall for you right now? Like men, women, how is the scope of
Where
dating?
am I now?
Yeah, like where are you at now? Like are you open to people? Or are you kind of like I'm gonna do me for a minute? Because you just said this young man tried, but you wasn't really open. So I'm asking to say, if you open up, do he got a shot later down the road, or is his door closed forever?
Well, it is close forever, and I'm
Okay.
in a relationship again. So
Okay. Well, his door is definitely closed right now.
So
His door is definitely closed.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah.
So
I'm just like, I've always met people organically. I've never dated and then found somebody.
okay.
So I'm just like the worst person to ask about this because I really haven't been a part of the dating community enough. I've watched my friends date, and that's always fun.
Okay.
But otherwise, even my man now, like it was something that happened, like the stars aligned. It happened organically.
Right time, right place.
Yeah, it's just kind of like right time, right place, right mood for me. It's like I finally opened up a little.
Okay, which is a good thing.
Mm-hmm.
So you said you watch your friends date, man, right? So then I guess I would ask you, how do you view that part of dating? Because you get to be from the outside looking in, so you get to hear what they say and what they go through.
Yeah,
so is it really?
I just like curiously through them, I guess.
Okay.
The dating world and pool is funny, and it's all the people involved, right? Like some of my friends, I'm just like, what are you doing? Like, why just don't talk to that guy anymore? Or why don't you?
She said, don't talk to that guy no more.
They're making some bad decisions.
Oh, okay. So what do you think leads to some of them bad decisions?
I think that when you're longing for a partner so much that you're in this kind of desperate vibe where you're actually not happy with yourself, being by yourself, and you're just kind of feeling almost incomplete in a way, needing to find that partnership, needing to find love, then you are acting and reacting from this place of desperation. You're not making good decisions. You're saying, maybe that one's nice to me, and that one gives me attention. I don't really like that he does this or that, but we can fix that.
I always tell people, don't force it. Like you said, when you trying to fall in love, when you trying to make it happen, I believe that's what lead us as men and women to picking the wrong people. You know what I'm saying? We pick the wrong people, like you said, because I don't want to be alone. Okay, but that don't want to be alone, you still gonna end up alone when you pick the wrong person. So you might be better off staying alone for this little time frame a little longer to meet the right person. It might work out better for you.
So now saying that, then I'm listening to this. So then that literally means that all the dating apps need to disappear.
I actually think they trash.
And
I've never been on one in my life.
Here's the reason why I say that. Because what we're talking about now is that, as you said, we're talking about letting things happen organically. If I'm on a dating app, I'm actually looking.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm actually looking. So then all the dating apps literally really should disappear, because people, it seems like, but what we're talking about right now is that people would really come out better if they just, like you just did, and you just allow it to happen organically, opposed to you on a dating app because you're looking, because what you found out with your friends is that then what you're going to do is that you're going to continue to keep making bad choices.
Well, you know what? I'm gonna say this as we get ready to lead into the next question. You know, to piggyback off something she said. I believe when you don't let it happen organically, people like me, I don't know nothing about dating apps, and I ain't never gonna learn. But you know what I'm saying? It ain't never gonna be a part of my life. But I just feel like some people don't understand. You swiping left, swiping right, you don't know them like that, and so you going off appearance alone. And then you end up meeting some of them people and you find out they not really that good of people.
Right.
So the organic thing works better, because when you meeting organically, guess what? You get a better vibe for that man or that woman. And you get a better view of what you really need to be trying to do dating that person. And I think that's why nobody should be on dating apps. Get off.
I think that you could, I mean, it's a tool, right?
It is.
It's all about how you go about it. So it's not that, so good things can come from it. But the point that you were making is a very, very valid one. I actually had a girlfriend that was saying that she's like, I'm going to take a break from the dating app because there's been multiple guys in public I've run into that I've been like, But she's like, but if I saw them like online and didn't meet them at all, I would have swiped it. I don't know if you swipe left or right to get rid of them, but whatever. She would have swiped their ass out.
There you go, and that's my point.
And she's like, but in real life, like I was getting.
He might have stood a shot. Yeah. See, there you go.
Vibration out of it when you're just looking at a picture, and it just like kind of fuels that that mentality of like quick.
That quick gratification.
Gratification, and just kind of like it's good, but it's this fine line of bad where you might not be as satisfied with. Like all of a sudden you're getting super picky because there's all these fish in the sea. You're looking for that perfect one, and then you're not there might be someone with the perfect set of characteristics and might be on your list like a 6, but you're looking for that 10, so you're just missing it.
I'm actually glad you went there, because I wanted to say something. Like, studies show that like dating apps are really only successful for like the top 10% of men and like all women. Like if you not like a 6-foot baller or whatever online, like you're absolutely invisible to those women. And that's another thing I think that the dating apps is doing about killing dating is you got every woman searching for a 1% man. Dudes who make 6 figures and higher are in the 1% of men. And you have to understand, 98% of women will never meet that guy.
Yeah.
Like it's not real. And so what ends up happening is you on these dating apps and you just screwing all the dudes to 6 foot that you think is ballers and you think is this and that. So, but the regular guy, like you said, that might have been a 6 that you've seen in person, he actually might really love you, take care of you, provide, and really be the man that you need to be. Right. And my thing is that people done got too fake for me. My biggest issue is that everybody's looking for perfection. There isn't any. There's no man and no woman that's perfection. No. Nobody. We all got flaws. There is no perfect dude. Not only that, I'm also keep it real. It's a known fact. Men with money cheat. I really don't understand why women be want to chase that dollar, because you know what come with that dollar. You know when you want to chase me in a certain bracket, you know it's going to be you, her, and her, right? So sometimes I ask myself, why don't women just say, like they did back in the day, I got one life. I'm going to go find a man that's willing to die for me. not the guy that just want to screw me.
And pay for all my shit.
Thank you.
Right. But then
You know, the one that want to come home every day and pay the bills. The one who want to cut the grass. The one who want to help put the kids through college. The one who got a 401k for you. Who got an HSA account. That way when you 50 years old, you ain't out here working no more. You laid back and you gardening and you playing with your flowers and shit. And you don't go to work no more. That's the guy. Not the dude who got 1,000 options. I feel like when I look at the dating statistics, I believe it says that women only swipe right like on the top, what is it? 10, 20%, but
20%.
dudes is like 80.
Mm,
So there's way more
exactly,
dudes.
way more.
Yeah, there's way more dudes who are not looking for perfection than women are.
Interesting.
So when I look at the dating apps, I'm just like, and then you said it a while ago, there's too many people that's both just swiping left, swiping right, and then I'm hoping for that perfect human being don't exist, man. I'm afraid some of these people gonna wake up and be 40 years old and still be living by themselves and be trying to figure out where their 20s and 30s went and dating and why they still ain't got nobody. And it's because that perfect person don't exist. That's why I hate the videos. I tell people, anybody that's like 40, 50 years old, you ain't never been married or nothing like that, you ain't no dating coach. Shut up.
Right.
You ain't even successful at dating. How you giving advice?
Yeah, you gotta get in there to really know what you're talking about.
You got to figure something out. So, I mean, I just think the dating apps, man, I just wish people would, man, let that go. Because
Well,
I feel like the dating app make people think you always got a better option.
I heard what she just said a second ago about her friends. But as you get to the next question, what did she say? She said, the young lady said, I saw some guys that had me turning my head that if I would have seen them on the app,
Would have swiped right. She'd have went past it.
giving them a second thought. So that actually proves that, you know, the guy that you swiping and the guy that you really attracted to is totally different. Because
Facts.
the guy that you really attracted to is that guy that's like, ooh. So you oh.
And some people ain't photogenic.
And right, and that's what
some people look better in person than they gonna look on some
And so
profile.
you looking on the app and you're like, you swipe by him, but you looked at him in person like, oh no. You know, as she said a minute ago, her friends already admitted. So I think meeting organically, definitely. But it actually proves the fact that, you know what, forget about those doggone dating apps, because at the end of the day, you're not going to do yourself any real justice.
Nope.
Because when you meet somebody organically, you get an opportunity to be able to visually see that whole entire person.
And you critique that whole package that you want to work with or not.
You have a conversation with them yet.
Yeah.
But it's like, oh no, I might want to. That's the difference.
I actually agree with what both of y'all said.
So reliant on the dating app that we don't realize, like, really what it who lives in the present moment. And in fact, that's been one of the
Yeah,
requirements for me in
I
a
agree.
man is
I agree.
is one that can be present with me and give me quality
Absolutely.
time. And I'm not just like, they're on their phone. Because
Oh, absolutely.
I'm always like throwing my phone. Like, half the time, I don't know where the fuck that thing is.
Okay, which is actually a good thing for a
I'm, like,
relationship.
living in my
Shit.
own world. Yeah, so I'm not super glued to my phone. I absolutely use it. I'm not saying I can't.
Yeah, of course, we all do.
But like, I'm not the type who's like sitting on the couch or sitting at dinner with you, like looking at
And
the
we're on the
phone
phone.
Yeah.
while we're waiting
What
for
kind
our
of mess is
food.
that?
Yeah, it's like I want to connect, and I've dated a lot of guys that like I felt really alone in the relationship just because they're addicted to their social media, to their gaming, to their fucking
no.
sports updates.
And-
I don't know what they're
And,
doing.
and it's so funny because like I honestly think one of the things that helps me is being older, right? I came up when all this first started. So like when I first got here to Utah, cell phones hadn't came out yet. This 2000, right? My senior year in high school, we still got pagers. So I'm never gonna be in love with social media. I'm never gonna none of that because I'm not from that era. So I always say, me and Pop talk about this all the time. I never understand, like, if you're in a restaurant and you see two people and like they both just sit in their phone. I'm like, well, how in the hell are y'all gonna date or get to know each other? Like, I think sitting in your phone is different when you've been together for a minute.
Right.
You know, on that same dinner date. But when y'all new and y'all early, it's hard for the sparks to fly if we gonna sit on the phone.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, you know, I think that's crazy.
It's bad news if you guys are early and you're already on the phone.
Yeah, oh,
Because I
terrible
think that
news.
When you've been together a while, you should still try not to be on
Facts.
the phone.
Especially during your quality time.
Yeah.
Especially during your quality time. I agree with that.
Grow apart eventually.
I'm too nasty. Anyway.
Oh, yeah, you're right. I'm going. Oh, that was comedy. That was
We
comedy.
always gotta have something.
Hey.
We keeping it real.
Hey, we keep it real, right? Hey, that's that bloodline talking. You heard what he said.
Keep it real, boss. Keep it real, boss.
You heard what he said?
Right here.
Oh, that's hilarious right there. I love that right there.